KJ, Damon walked us through last week when he was in here, kind of the situation in which you made the suggestion, hey, let's get Damon in the starting lineup and get me off the bench. Can you walk us through that process at all and kind of how you've been feeling as the season's come along?
Throughout the season, we had a pretty successful season with winning and getting points in the backcourt and front court. But he has been played. He played tremendously throughout the season. Plays very hard. Has a high motor and helped us on the defensive and offensive end, getting offensive boards, defensive rebounds, and blocks. And that has helped us tremendously. With me coming off the bench, that brings like more, as you can say, points off the bench and to help the team win and provide extra help.
16 rebounds last year against Eastern Illinois was your career high. You nearly eclipsed that, plus the 20 points on Saturday. Coming into a game like that, how do you take over so effectively? I mean, you did that in 30 minutes. If you had 10 more minutes, I can't imagine what you would have come up with.
I just try to help the team as much as I can to get the win, as in uh, offensive and defensive, as Comet want me to do, and that's what I did Saturday.
Last year, you had a guy who basically tossed you the ball right at point blank range. You stuffed it in. You may have had the mid block moves last year, but you didn't have to use them. Is that something you developed over the summer, or did you have them last year and just didn't need to use that?
Last year I was, as you said, just a little dump down guy, just throw the ball in, and now I have. Throughout the summer, I had worked on my game a lot, and that helped me throughout the season to get more points in and out.
The half court assist from Jaquan to you with 2 minutes left, was that alley-oop? Was that a design like a salute to Ja, or was that a salute to just the capabilities that you and Jaquan are developing, or a little bit of both?
That was a play Coach Matt drew up during the timeout, but I think it was more of a salute to Ja, because that was more like what he threw me last year, like a lot of lobs and a lot of assist plays from him. But that was more like a drew up play.
So Coach McMahon drew that up?
Yeah, he drew it up.
Okay.
About the matchup last time with Belmont, I recall I think a 9-point lead at the 17-minute mark. You all defensively from that point on were tremendous. Is that something you hope to not let happen this time? Let them get a lead on the road? I'm sure that goes without saying, but how can you keep that from happening on this return trip to Nashville?
We just had to lock in on our scout and to just to keep them out from getting good shots and let them get to their spots so they can take wide open shots. So they won't have to.
Matt also talked, I guess, Saturday on the pregame show about doing every rebounding drill. Friday, I guess, he wasn't real happy with the rebounding Thursday night. And did you see that pay dividends for you guys Saturday?
It helped us. It helped us a bit throughout the game. They still got quite amount of offensive rebound. We got to work on our rebounding throughout practice and throughout the rest of the season, so we won't have to worry about second chance points.
Just a little bit about your moment out there on the court when Ja calls you out to dance. Tell us about that and that moment.
That was a pretty special moment and fun moment for me because I like to dance and all that. And for Ja, I congratulate him on having his jersey retired and his successful season in NBA, and I wish him nothing but the best.
On Thursday, you guys lose the rebounding battle on the offensive glass, especially come away with a 3-point win. On Saturday, feisty SIU Edwardsville team ties it at 46. Yet you guys find two very different ways to win. How are you guys doing that? I know that maybe seeing more kind of a bigger picture, but you guys are still finding ways to win despite some of the adversity you're facing in these games. How are you guys coming together to do that?
We just in our huddles and timeouts, we just come in and say let's lock in and shut down our defenders and don't let them take open shots with like time on the clock, and we just come out and dominate for the rest of the game. So.
Coach mentioned something about that as well, the fact that you guys defensively, especially first shot preparation, I think both teams shot 35% from the floor, both teams lower 20s from three, but then that final step of getting the rebound, how does it all come together as a player to have the first shot preparation, get the rebound, and then get back in transition?
We have a pretty good defensive team with limiting people with one shot. But throughout our defensive sequence, we have to defend and then box out rebound, so they won't have to get second chance points. So we just got to run the transition and score easy buckets.
How many adjustments during a game do you guys make to your offensive and defensive schemes? Is it something where you're making adjustments the whole time, or is it just 2 or 3?
We make adjustments if we struggle throughout the game, but it's not that many adjustments that we make to try to get the win and all that other stuff.